We start our day by checking on all the animals, making sure they are healthy, behaving normally, and safe. Sometimes fawns and calves are born overnight. Newborns are given a neonatal exam, which includes weighing, vaccination, and tagging for identification purposes. While the animals are in the meadow, we prepare their nighttime holding areas so that they have a safe and clean place to spend the night.
Alright folks, just one more time. In that meadow we will be able to see our axis deer, barracing deer, as well as our black buck antelope, but not to worry, we will catch up with them shortly. Do you see those buildings sitting right there? They actually represent an interesting WCS story.
Farmers in Indonesia live closely with wild animals, like elephants, which we will see shortly. WCS field staff work with local leaders and farmers in Indonesia to come up with the crop protection unit. This unit created many different ways for farming to continue in close proximity of wild animals.
You know, I love you so much.
One strategy was to soak ropes in chili powder and place them around the crops. Elephants do not like chili and leave the farms alone, allowing the farmer and the animals to share the habitat peacefully.
No, if he was...
Thank you, Michelle. Alright, so we all know an animal that is extinct no longer exists, like the dinosaurs or the dodo birds. This next animal that we are approaching very shortly was on the verge of extinction. I am talking about our Mongolian wild horses. Look up to the right, everyone. You will be able to see some of our Mongolian wild horses. And as we approach these horses, you'll be able to see a couple differences from our domestic ones. These horses have a stockier build, shorter legs, and an erect mane. And they are also missing the forelock, which is the piece of hair that lays on their forehead. These are our Mongolian wild horses. Can we see them okay, folks? Now I'll be sharing, well, Jonathan will be sharing a story with you guys.
Jonathan Slatt, I'm the Russia and Northeast Asia coordinator for Wildlife Conservation Society. I believe that wildlife has a place in this earth. My job is to find practical solutions that allow people and wildlife to thrive together. The Trabowski's horse went extinct in the wild in the 1960s. On a recent trip to Kazakhstan, we thought about the ongoing successful efforts in that country to bring these horses back to the Central Asian steppe. The world needs happy stories to watch the impossible become possible and to see hope restored. That's what's happening today in Trabowski's horse.
Thank you, Jonathan. Now here at the Bronx Zoo, we do like to provide our animals with plenty of room to grow and play. And folks, all this upper meadow that we are passing now is a part of their enclosure. And if you guys are lucky, you might even get to see them horsing around. The Bronx Zoo received its first animal in 1902 to date, and today we have had over 50 Mongolian wild horses born here at the Bronx Zoo. Now guys, as we round this bend, we are looking for two more species which are classified as vulnerable and endangered. I'm talking about our brown antlered deer and our Gower. Now as we approach this meadow, I am not seeing them. Oh, if you look down, if you can squint, maybe squint, you'll be able to see our Gower. They are hard to miss, folks, so that's how you know you've seen them. If you look at the top of the meadow, you will also be able to see some of our brown antlered deer. Do you guys see it all the way to the fence line? Those are our brown antlered deer. And did you know that a Gower can weigh up to over 2,000 pounds? That's just as much as a small car. Those are our brown antlered deer hanging out by the fence. And if you look all the way to the upper right of the meadow, you'll be able to see some of our Gower. And folks, just to keep everyone safe, I would like you guys to take a seat. Thank you. And as we round this bit, we'll be able to see a little bit more of our animals. But for now, guys, get a good look at them. If you ever notice our Gower sticking their heads in a hollow tree stump, that is actually a water hole. Here at the Bronx Zoo, we like to provide water for our animals 24/7. And fun fact, one of the babies, if you can spot her out, she's with her mother. She was born born here just about 2 days ago. Gowers can fight off just about anything, even a tiger. As we're practicing our scientific and observational skills, you may be hearing a noise coming from behind us. From a concrete jungle rather than an Asian one. It's hard to forget that the Bronx Zoo sits in the heart of an urban environment, but the fence directly in front of us is actually to help reduce the noise of the city traffic. As we round this corner, we are now on the lookout for a tiger. Guys, can I hear your best tiger impression? Oh my goodness, you scared me. Tiger stripes provide excellent camouflage, so it's often difficult for our researchers to find them. So guys, I want you guys to keep your eyes peeled. And I'm going to ask everyone to please remain seated because this is actually one of the worst enclosures to fall into. We are on the lookout for our tiger, Anakin. Guys, once you see him, do not be afraid to point him out. Has anyone found our tiger, Anakin? He likes to play hide and go seek. I do not see our tiger, Anakin. Oh, he is hiding, like I said, guys. If you guys can take a look all the way to the right behind the bushes, you'll be able to get a good look at him. Tigers usually hunt a variety of animals, but they prefer wild pigs and medium-sized deer. There he is, laying down in the grass, catching a breeze. That is our tiger, Anakin. A tiger will usually gorge itself on a first kill, eating as much as 40 pounds of meat at one time. Just think that's equivalent to 160 hamburgers in one sitting. Can you imagine eating 160 hamburgers? Guys, look up there. You'll be able to see some of our Gower as well as our brown antler deer. There is another brown antler deer hiding behind the rock. I think he's on timeout, guys. If you look to the left of the fence line, you'll be able to see some of our Barasinga deer. And I think I spotted another Barasinga deer in the middle of the meadow. If you can squint all the way to the left, you'll be able to see some of our other Barasinga deer. We also have access deer in that meadow, as well as black buck antelope and the Bactrian deer. But explorers, as we move along, this next animal blends in with its muddy environment it calls home. If you see what looks like a pig with upper tusks that erupt through the top of its snout and curve backwards towards its eyes, you have found a pig called the Babirusa. Can everyone please say Babirusa?
Babirusa.
The fact that the tusks resemble antlers earned the pig its name. Babirusa means pig deer. So everyone, I want you to look close to the ground because he might be sleeping. No, peas up. That is our Babirusa Linus. Everyone say hello to Linus.
Hello.
Hi, Linus. If you didn't get a chance to see Linus, you may even get a chance to see Kenneth. He is sleeping by the tree. But don't worry, folks. If you weren't able to see our Babirusa, you will not miss this next animal. This next animal is the world's largest land mammal, so you won't even need binoculars to see her. As we approach Patty, I ask everyone to please stay seated, but since we're here, let's all say hello to Patty. Elephants get a lot of personal attention here at the Bronx Zoo, including baths and pedicures. Ladies, I did say pedicures. The large piece of that is at the left of the exhibit is actually an elephant-sized back scratcher. An Asian elephant can weigh more than 10,000 pounds, so they do have to eat a lot of vegetation. For example, our elephants can eat up to 200 pounds of hay each day and drink 60 gallons of water. And folks, of course she has that much to eat because she has to maintain that hourglass figure. Only Asian elephants have the adaptation of a finger-like feature at the end of their trunk, so if you can get a good look at her trunk, guys. Our Asian elephant is almost 50 years of age, but as we say goodbye to Patty, everyone say goodbye to Patty.
Bye.
We are now on the lookout for another large mammal. If you take a look in this mud wallow, you'll be able to see our Indian rhinoceros, Penny. Everyone say hello to Penny.
Hello, Penny.
This animal has skin that looks armor-plated and has a big horn in front of her nose. It looks to weigh about 3,500 pounds. I'm talking about our Indian rhinoceros, Penny. And now Penny is not in the mud because she enjoys it. She's actually in the mud because it helps to protect her skin from the sun as well as insects. If you take a close look at Patty's face, you'll be able to see that she has some sunscreen up there that is put on daily by our zookeepers to protect her from sunburn. Now, are there any moms on the train today? Moms, can I get a woo? Alright, moms, get a load of this. Indian rhinoceros are pregnant for 16 months. That's almost a year and a half, ladies, a year and a half. And the babies come out weighing about 100 pounds. Tell me about it. Alright, just to hear a little bit more about our Indian rhinoceros.
WCS works in the field for both the rhinos you see here are Indian rhinos. We work with habitats all over the world that are homes to rhinos. Here is a note from our field office in Sumatra, and Ulan works with the Sumatran rhino. Sumatran rhinos are the smallest of the world's rhinos, and they are considered critically endangered.
My name is Ulan Marsman, and I'm the Species Conservation Specialist for WCS Indonesia programs. We carried out an island-wide survey of the last wild population of Sumatran rhinoceros in Indonesia. So many unknowns on how to manage Sumatran rhinos in wild or captivity. Our studies show definitively that we must protect them at source. The cost of doing nothing could be the extinction of the species, and I can't imagine that.
Here at the Bronx Zoo, we help animals like the rhino and the tiger by participating in a cooperative zoo management program called the Species Survival Plan. The name says it all. It is a plan to help these animals survive in the wild. Zoos across the world work together to maintain genetically diverse populations of rare and endangered species. Alright folks, we are now on the lookout for one deer species and one species of antelope. I'm talking about our sandbar deer and our nilgai antelope. The sandbar deer is the largest deer in southern Asia. Males stand up to 5 feet tall at the shoulder and can weigh as much as 650 pounds. Now, I'm not seeing any of them folks, but we will be catching up with them shortly. If you can take a good look over the hill and see into the right, you'll be able to see our sandbar deer. Once you see them, don't be afraid to point them out. They are the ones that have that dark chocolatey color. They are all the way to the right, kinda up, but we're catching up with them shortly. The nilgai antelope with the yellow-brown coat and the bluish-gray coat. The nilgai, which are the largest Asian antelope species. If you guys can take a good look at our nilgai laying down, look at their feet. It looks like they have on black and white boots, and folks, they are the most fashionable animals we have in this exhibit. We are now on the lookout for 3 rather small, fully grown adult deer. They are the tufted deer. And I see a full-grown male walking back. Just look straight ahead. And I see another one not too far from him. Now folks, these animals are fully grown, less than 40 pounds. Fun fact, if one of these were to make a sound, it would sound much like a barking dog. Just like the white-tailed deer here in New York, the tufted deer have a white tail and a white rump. This can be very important for deer communication. If the deer is alarmed, it'll raise its tail, showing a flash of white that says it is in danger. These beautiful little deer are very rare in zoos. But folks, we are now crossing back over the Bronx River. So do take out your phones because this makes for a beautiful photo opportunity. Thousands of commuters cross this waterway every day, but underneath the highway and our elevated tracks, the river still rushes along, providing a habitat for ducks, turtles, fish, and migrating birds. If you look carefully, you might even see the outline of fish. Whether it's the Bronx River in New York or the Irrawaddy River in Asia, rivers and streams are vital resources for wildlife everywhere. Now explorers, this next rocky terrain is the perfect environment for the next two species. Both are adapted to climb rugged mountain slopes. I'm talking about our Himalayan tahr and our markhor. These are our markhor, guys. Can you see their horns? If you notice an animal with horns that seem like a corkscrew, these are our markhor. If their horns are very large and the animal has almost a mane like around its neck, that is our male markhor, and we are passing another one of our markhor. Fun fact about these animals, they can jump 6 feet straight in the air without a running start. Now that is a goat. Now folks, I do want to slow us down just a bit. So keep your eyes peeled for something small, red, and furry. Once again, guys, this is the male markhor and the Himalayan tahr. Once we pass this V-shaped tree, you should be able to get a good look at our red panda Linus. Now, guys, it does look like Linus is taking a nap because you know he works a 9 to 5 daily, but everyone say hello, Linus.
Hello.
People have always been fascinated by the color of their fur. In Nepal, the red panda is called hun ho, which roughly translates and means firefox. The Chinese word for red panda translates to small bear cat. Today we know that the red pandas are more closely related to skunks, raccoons, weasels. They are not related to the giant panda, though they do both eat bamboo. To see more of our red pandas, visit our Himalayan highlands, located just a short walk from the Monorail. There you can see one of Asia's big cats, the snow leopard. And if you would like to see more of our tigers, head over to Tiger Mountain. Whoa!
Look who brought him up.
Oh, I apologize, everyone. Tiger Mountain is closed today. There are rhinos at the zoo center. But as we round this bend, our journey is almost at an end. You have heard from our animal experts here in the field and tried out some of your own science skills while on this ride. We hope you have been inspired by what you heard and seen today. Now, folks, we will be stopping for just a brief moment. We're going to give our train some time to read.